No, I need to make like a Hispano roll or Hispano list.
Oh, yes.
For all the guys I have in my basement, I mean on my wall. There's definitely no bodies in the basement.
Press exit out.
No. Trust me, no one's down there, I swear.
Kerri, the DEA are calling.
No. They won't find anything.
I do believe they'll find plenty of stuff.
Is that a honking noise? Did I just hear you do a honking?
Yeah, it's you being a clown.
I'm not a clown.
Then why did I find a body with 28 stab wounds?
Listen, I can explain. They fell.
Fell on what, Kerri?
Some large toys. Yes.
Large toys.
Yes.
That caused 28 stab wounds.
Yes.
Explain how.
They like slipped on some liquid stuff and they just, fell.
They slipped.
Yeah.
Slipped on what?
Some liquidy stuff. I don't know what. It was kind of like sticky.
Sticky, you say?
Yeah.
Sticky how?
Like, just like sticks to your hand,
It won't regard.
It just sticks to your hand.
No, I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
How would you not know? It's like glue, like glue.
There's many things that are like glue and that are sticky. So, want to tell me how they did that? And furthermore, how do they fall on something that stabbed them 28 times?
They tried like getting up all the time, but they just kept falling down on it, and
Falling down on what?
the large pointy thing.
What large pointy thing? There's many large pointy things, Kerri.
It was like made of rubber.
Made of rubber, you say? Made of rubber. Because the lab boys told me it's the stab wounds came from a stainless steel knife.
No, that's not what they're shaped as.
I don't know. The lab boys are pretty persistent with that.
No.
In fact, it's the exact same brand of knife that we found in your kitchen in that knife block with us, conveniently missing a knife. About the size of a butcher's knife. Yeah, conveniently that one is missing, and we get to find it. So,
listen,
how exactly did it go missing?
Listen, I was just using knife to like make something, but then they fell on the sticky stuff and then fell on the rubbery thing, and then they just kept killing themselves. I didn't know what to do. They kept trying to get up, but they just couldn't get up.
Really now, because the lab boys have also told me that the first stab wound penetrated their heart, which killed them instantly. So, how exactly did they get up and fall 27 more times?
Well,
they were already dead.
You see, I tried helping them up, but I accidentally stabbed them, and then they fell, and they kept...
So, you tried to help up a already deceased body, and conveniently, 27 of the times, they slipped out of your grasp, almost exactly in the same position.
Yes.
I see. So, another question is, what were they doing down there to begin with, Kerri?
I asked them to help me go... I asked them to get them something for me, and they just slipped.
Yeah, that's the idea. What exactly, Kerri?
I needed some sugar.
Sugar? From the basement?
Yeah, because I was going to make a cake.
Alright. Well, why do you keep the sugar in the basement? Usually most people keep that in their pantry, in the kitchen upstairs.
Yeah, but the pantry's downstairs. I have a big pantry.
Why would you keep the pantry downstairs, but especially something so small like sugar?
Well, I have a lot of sugar downstairs so I don't run out, so I don't have to keep constantly going to the store.
Alright, I can believe that, but one little problem. When we scoped out your kitchen there, we found an entire full thing of sugar in the pantry, so...
Fuck.
Yeah, fuck indeed. Yeah. So, once again, why don't you come clean with the fact, why were they in the basement to begin with?
I just wanted to get some sugar. I didn't know I had any other sugar. I thought I ran out.
You did, didn't you? So tell me something. What What ingredient did you use to make the cake that you were planning on making?
I was gonna make a red velvet cake.
Red velvet. Yeah. You know, my grandmother made a damn good red velvet cake. What are the ingredients of red velvet again? Just to jog my memory.
Shit, hold on. I need to look up the ingredients. I don't like this.
Usually red velvet has red food coloring in it, if memory serves, correct?
Yes.
You know, strikes me as odd here, but we also found that food color next to the full bag of sugar in the upstairs pantry next to your next to the thing.
Oh.
And we checked downstairs. There was no red food coloring down there, so if you were to go for the red velvet, like the food coloring, you would have found the sugar too. So, explain to me exactly how you thought you were out of sugar.
Listen, I was busy working on the cake, so I asked them to go get sugar, so they decided to go downstairs to get the sugar.
Ah, you were busy preparing the cake, and you conveniently just didn't see the sugar.
Yes.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm no master baker myself. You know, I can barely make some pizza rolls every now and again, but usually you add sugar early on in the cooking, correct?
Yes.
That is a core ingredient that you usually put in, like, you know, first, second, maybe third step.
Yes.
So, what exactly were the first two other steps that made you so busy to realize, oh hey, I'm out of sugar?
Well, you see, I was just getting the mixture, the eggs, the water, you know, the oil. So, you know, I was busy mixing those ingredients up so then they can go get the sugar, you know?
Yeah, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but, you know, usually when chefs prepare their food for anything they're baking, usually they have all the ingredients on the counter to, you know, use them directly after the other without having to go search for them while they're baking, while their hands are all messy and knee-deep in dough and all that. So, why exactly did you not find the sugar beforehand?
Well, you see, I wasn't expecting guests to come over, so they came over, and I was already, you know, had my hands messy. So I said, like, oh, I forgot sugar. Can you go get some sugar for me?
Not expecting, yeah. So wait, you said you were making a cake for them originally, so you weren't expecting them?
I didn't expect them to come over so fast. I thought they would be over.
Fast. Alright. So fast. Yeah. You know, there's a small problem. We talked to your neighbor, and
shit.
And she said that you greeted them at the door, and your hands were remarkably clean, and that was about 20 minutes before you started baking, and 25 before the murder.
What is this?
What do you gotta say to that, Kerry?
Well, you see... I can't...
So, you want to tell me how those people end up in your basement with 28 stab wounds exactly, Kerry?
I told you, they tripped on the glue! On the glue!
What did they trip on exactly? You said some... What was it again? Jog me, memory.
It was like white sticky stuff.
White sticky stuff. That's right. Yes, that now I recall. You know, when the crime boys were here earlier, they didn't find any white sticky stuff. Plenty of red sticky stuff though, which as you no doubt know, came directly from the body with the remind me, how many stab wounds was it? 28, 29?
28 stab wounds.
28 stab. Yeah, that those amount of stab wounds, they, especially as deep as they were, produced a lot of blood. You know?
I know, yeah.
It was like a geyser of just pure red. Man, that had to be so messy. Especially since you were helping them up every now and again when they tripped and fell. Yeah, 28 times, you know, that's a lot of blood.
I know, they just kept slipping around.
Surely if you were helping them up all the time when they were face down, because, you know, 28 stab wounds and all that in the chest, surely all that blood would have gotten all over your shoes, all over your pants, all over your face maybe, if the splatter was high enough.
Yeah.
And yet, when the boys came, and 3 minutes after, you were about as clean as a whistle.
Yeah, I was.
So, why was that, Kerry?
Well, I had to clean myself. I didn't want to think I murdered the person.
Oh, no, of course. No one wants to be pegged as a murderer, of course. Yeah, I understand that, but, 3 minutes, that is a remarkably fast time to clean up blood off you.
Well, you know what they say. I'm pretty fast in many ways.
Oh, you are interesting. That is very interesting, but, it's, this might be the, family man me talking, but, did you know how hard it is to clean blood out of, clothing?
No, how do you know that?
Well, you see, yes. I'm very accident prone, and sometimes I cut myself while I'm making dinner, sometimes I'll bang into a door frame and, blood starts gushing out. And, when you got kids, the kids are, they're sweethearts, but they are just clumsy little bastards, and sometimes you get a few cuts, you get a few scrapes when you're just playing around, and, buddy, little Timmy's bleeding a little more, and you gotta, of course, being a good parent, you gotta stop the bleeding, right?
Yeah.
So you go and stop the bleeding, and then you got some blood on yourself, blood on your pants, and all that. And those are your favorite pants that you love so much. And it's not more than you love your own child, but if the child was out of the house, you need to save one more thing. You would save those pants because they are so goddamn good. So you do everything you can to get the blood off them. And sure, you eventually do, but it's a monumental, Herculean effort to get the blood off. And even then, you don't get all of it out. That's only after, say, 20 minutes of scrubbing. If at that. If you're going really fucking hard at it. But, that's, 20 minutes is more than 3 if my memory serves. Is that correct? 20 bigger than 3?
Yeah. Yes.
So please tell me, how in the time between you calling the boys and then showing up, how the hell in 3 minutes were you able to get all clean up? No blood, no nothing on you.
Well, it didn't get all. I mean, it didn't get on all of me, and so it was just easy to clean up.
Oh, easy to clean up, yeah, but see, the thing is, blood doesn't wash off so easily, and even when you do, it leaves a bit of residue behind that is easily visible when you go looking for it. And we found nothing on you.
Oh yeah, because I know how to clean very well, I know how to stay tidy.
Ah, high and tidy, alright. Yes, tidy indeed, but, that's not how that works, Kerry. I'm sorry to tell you.
What do you mean? I didn't want to be called a victim. They fell.
You keep saying they fell, but, here's the thing. We scoured the basement, and there was no white sticky liquid anywhere.
That's because I snorted up.
You snorted it up?
Yeah, it was a good white stuff,
Yes, but, see, the thing is, there was no residue, no nothing. We checked it, we combed the place top to bottom, atom by atom. And there was no sign of anything. So, Ms. Buns, you want to, explain yourself?
I just know how to clean everything, so that's why I didn't find anything.
Stabbing them or not, let's put that aside. You have just admitted to cleaning a crime scene, obstruction of justice, obstruction of evidence.
I didn't want to be called the victim. How's that messing with evidence?
Well, you see, usually when something like this happens, be it a murder, suicide, or anything else, cleaning up a crime scene is a little suspicious, wouldn't you think?
I mean, if they didn't want, but I didn't want to be called a killer or anything.
Now, yeah, I understand that. Don't get me wrong. I understand that completely. No one's ever been pegged as someone who has taken another life or anything of that matter. But usually, in cases like this, if with a person falling and accidentally impaling themselves on God knows what, usually that stuff is cleared up pretty quickly, because take all of a couple minutes to figure that out, and you live on your way.
I panicked.
You felt the need to clean up the crime scene.
Well, you
Not
see,
only that, but in the 3 minutes from what you called, when the boys arrived. Interesting.
well, you see, I don't like the stuff to stain the floor, so you know.
Oh, you don't like the stuff to stain the floor. Oh yeah, I understand. I understand. You know, my wife, she's a bit of a clean freak herself, and Lord knows, I've left my plate out one too many times, and I'm sleeping on the couch suddenly, and that's a big old fight for that. But the thing that bothers me about what you're saying is you're so much of a clean freak that you want to clean up a crime scene as is, but that white liquid stuff that you kept on going on about, you're fine with that just laying around?
Well, I didn't realize it before. I didn't see it there. You know, it was so clear.
Oh, it was clear, was it now?
Yeah.
It was transparent?
Yeah.
So why'd you say it was white if it was transparent?
Well, you could kind of see it being a little white when you like rub your hand on it.
Rub your hand on it? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Now, sure, you could rub your hand on it and it turns white, but I don't recall any liquid existing that does that exactly.
Shit.
So, Miss Buns? Kerri, as you like to be called?
Yes.
If you come clean, maybe we can get you a little plea deal. A little bargain.
What kind of bargain?
Well, maybe you don't get it not as harsh of a life sentence. Maybe you get a little less.
Listen, I did not kill this man.
Mm-hmm.
If I killed him on purpose, why would I call you guys?
Well, simple. To hide up your crime, to see you being the innocent one. That, I just found this body. But we know that's fake, Kerri. We know that you specifically.
No, I need some, like, hostile evidence.
Well, funny you should mention that. You see, I've noticed that around your house there are a couple of cameras, some video surveillance.
Well, gotta keep the evil boys out of the house,
Oh no, I understand. Don't get me wrong. I get it. At my house specifically, personally speaking, it's all wired up. I gotta make sure that no ne'er-do-wells are coming in and all that. But see, over in the basement, there's this one little camera that captures so much. And in 4K too, so,
Well, I gotta get the best quality downstairs.
Oh, I understand completely. But, problem with that, though, we literally caught you in 4K, Kerri.
Doing what?
Stabbing the man 28 times.
Listen, I said I was helping him.
Oh yeah, no, you were helping him. We saw you walk him down the stairs telling him, oh hey, the thing's right over here, if you could just help me out. And when the man was turned, you pulled a knife from the back of your apron, covered his mouth, and then started to stab him 28 times.
Well, you see, man, gosh, look at the time. I gotta go. I gotta deliver this cake.
No, don't worry about that. We'll be able to rest up shortly.
Ah.
Now, another funny thing was you were wearing what looked to be a translucent raincoat.
Well, it was raining,
Oh yeah, it was a big downpour on the bright and sunny, no cloudy day of a crisp 82 degrees. And, yeah, those summer showers, you can never predict them. But, it's just funny to think that, you'd be wearing a raincoat inside when you're trying to bake a cake.
Well, I don't want to I don't want to be messy when you got the cake.
No, of course not. Of course, no one likes messy when they're making food, You go in to make a cake, and next thing you know, you're gonna have the ingredients on your shirt, your favorite fucking shirt too, one that you've had since high school. It's like your first sweetheart, your first time, your first kiss. first marriage. You know, it's specialty. It's a member of the family at that point. The problem is, under that translucent raincoat, you were wearing an apron. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, is what people usually use to protect themselves while they're cooking.
Yeah, but you know, I didn't want to get my apron that dirty, you know.
Oh, you didn't want to get your apron dirty. No. You know, understandable. It was a fine-looking apron, too. Like, how did it go? What was the message on the recall? These buns don't lie?
Yeah, exactly, you know, you can't get it dirty.
Yes, of course. Except for one little thing there, Miss Buns.
Oh.
You see, you're an avid participant in the annual cake baking competition, correct?
Yes.
Won 4 years in a row?
Yes.
Now, see, I have this picture here from International Cake Monthly, with you on the cover, with your prize-winning cake, and that very same apron, which, by the looks of it, is, mighty messy.
Well, you know, they always have to make it messy during the competition, you know, and we can't wear those type of outfits to, like, you know, cover it.
Oh, yeah, of course, but, what I don't understand is why was it okay to get it messy then, but, in your own home, where you have access to your washer?
Well, you know, since the competition's, you know, tomorrow, I don't want my apron getting dirty, because I don't know how long it's going to take for it to wash.
Oh, of course. You know, you don't know how long a single piece of cloth is to wash. It doesn't take like an hour or so to wash and then dry it. You know, you're very, very pressed for time. I understand.
I think you're taking your first one now. Are you having a run up there?
So I'm free to go, right?
Sure, you're free to go. You're more than free to go in 10 to 20 years.
What?
Kerri, you stabbed a man in cold blood. You were caught in 4K, for Christ's sake. And you just confessed. You confessed to cleaning a crime scene, whether you did it or not.
I said I didn't want to be caught being the victim.
Even then, still, cleaning a crime scene, victim or not, is not good, Kerri. It's not a good look. It's an admission of guilt. So, sorry to say it, but it's a pretty open and shut case.
Oh, shit.
Take her alive, boys.
They'll never take me alive.
Well, ain't that a bitch, because, it's hard to say, but you're already talking. We already put you in handcuffs.
Ooh, kinky.
And you're already being wheeled away into the nut house.
Oh, shit, kinky. I got the handcuffs.
Yeah, but hey, we'll see you in 10 and 20, Kerri. Maybe then you'll be a credible member to society. You never know.
Bruh.
Alrighty, so me and Stanford are just evaluating what we want to
And he leaves the room, too.